Sway is a Microsoft web app that helps students and teachers produce beautiful looking presentations in just minutes. This is a quick overview to show you how Sway works. First of all, this is a Sway. It's an online presentation with hyperlinks and images and words that is easy to put together. To create one, begin at your ClassLink page, go to your Office 365 app, tap on the S in the left column near the bottom, and you will have a list of sways you may have made in the past. But regardless of whether you've ever made a sway, it's easy. Right here, I'm going to tap on New Blank Sway. And the key to understanding sway is cards. The word cards will help define everything for you. This rectangle here is the first and only card that Sway includes automatically. Everything else is your choice. And so if I'm going to title my Sway All About Nachos, I then have to make some choices. And so I tap on this green circle with the white plus sign, and I can decide what kind of card I want to include next. At this point, I would normally tell people to have an idea of where they're heading with their presentation. How is it going to be organized? Are you going to introduce the history of your topic, and then the significance, and then supporting details for that? How exactly do you want to organize your project? Is it going to be like a 5-paragraph essay? Is it a narrative? Is it an informational presentation? Is it a presentation in which you were trying to convince somebody of something? Lots of ways and reasons to make presentations. And so my job here in this overview is just going to be showing you how each of these purpose-built cards work in the system. My presentation is about nachos. I'm going to choose a heading card. These are the most commonly used cards here. I'm going to choose a heading card. And after my heading, I'm going to have a few words about that section. And then after those words that describe my first theme are going to be images. And I may even present a couple of images. And then I'm going to drop into a news section. See how we're doing this? Just like a paragraphs in an essay. Let's go ahead and start throwing some words in so it'll make more sense. So I'm going to start off talking about where nachos came from and give the story of nachos. It's the image card that really bears some description. When I tap on this where it says drag image here, I get a column on the right, and automatically using AI or artificial intelligence, Microsoft Sway wants to help me find the pictures I need. It's pulling search words from the words I entered here on my paragraph and also from my headings. And so I'm just going to go ahead and tap on this rather than spend any time, and I'm instantly going to find a bunch of really great pictures of nachos. There's one, so I've tapped on it and tap add. And I'm going to add another one that looks a little different because we all know that nachos have different looks to them. Let's see, let's go here with a nice spicy one. And there we go. Now, there's a whole bunch of things I could be doing here, but I'm going to go ahead and start my next section. And because, as I said, it's important to have your presentation organized in your head or on a piece of scratch paper before you begin, before you start adding cards, the process becomes much easier that way. So you can see now what I've done. Instead of going through a whole new section is I've just gone ahead and entered a new card, a new heading 1 card for each of my next sections. So I've got my presentation pretty much organized here, don't I? Now I'm going to decide how do I want to address why you're not just so delicious and how I want to address each of these two. Now's a good time to pop over here, tap into this card, and hit the plus sign and introduce you to all the other kinds of cards from which you may choose. First of all, we talked about a heading card. It's going to be larger and it's going to have a bolder font usually. A text card is just normal size text, and an image card is just an image. However, if I go up here and move out of this suggested area into text, I can get a heading 2 card as well. A heading 2 card is like a subheading. If I tap on media, in addition to an image card, I could bring in a video card and pull in a video that will show up in my sway, not just a link, but actual video embedded in the sway. There is an audio card that will do the same thing for sound, embed for an embed code, and there's even an upload card if you want to upload something from your device, perhaps a recipe for nachos. This last little section is called group, and this will show up in another spot, so I'm not going to talk about it right now. Just know that these are different ways to present images. Okay, so why are nachos so delicious? Let's go ahead and see if we can find something to add here. So here I put in a text card. See, it says text card right there. And if I can come in and highlight it, I can just make that into a hyperlink to a website that is going to talk about why nachos are delicious and why we have a National Nachos Day on November 6th. If in addition I want to add bullets or numbered or accent or whatever, let's do it over here. How to make nachos, text, and if I go in here, start with there. My bullet was already automatically chosen. How to make nachos. Start with a good appetite. Again, it's just giving me bullets, just like it would in Word or anything else. Ingredients. I want that to be stand out, so I'm going to emphasize that. And let's see what else I can do. Accent is just italicized. Now let's see if I want to include a video of somebody making nachos. Let me go ahead and go to media and then video, and look at what it does. It opens up this whole area with choices about videos that have to do with nachos. This is so easy to use. Many people will say that in PowerPoint, one will spend 80% of their time trying to figure out how to make it look pretty and 20% of their time on content. But here I am spending all my time so far on my content, just organizing it, which is part of the content integration, and putting my information in here. Here we go, we'll choose this one. There we go, there's my video embedded in my PowerPoint. What I haven't shown you yet is how to make it look super, super pretty. So let's finish up our presentation, and I'm going to go here, where to buy nachos, and maybe I'll just include some images of stores that have nachos. I'm going to go up here to images. I better choose an image card to put it in, images, and right here under suggested, a bunch of places I can pull that information. I can pull from YouTube or pick it if I use it, Bing Images, Flickr, OneDrive, or just their own Microsoft suggested images. I can even pull something off my device if I want to. See if I got something in there of me eating nachos. Oh, hey, here's a picture of nachos right there. All right, but I can include more. In fact, I just want to stay here without adding a card. I'll go here to suggested, or maybe Bing, and nachos, restaurants. And let's see if we can include some here, that funny looking thing. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to tap on several. Notice there's a green dot, green dot, green dot. And there's a variety of different looking nachos. Now, I've chosen about 5 different images, and I'm going to go ahead and just add, oh, it says 6 of them, add them right here. And what's happened is this way is automatically group them together. And when it's grouped them together, I can now have it, by tapping right here, how to group them. So I can put them in a grid, which we would automatically see. That's pretty common looking. I can also put them in a stack, like a deck of cards. I can put them in a tight grid in the background. I can put them in a rolling slideshow, or a slideshow with little thumbnails at the bottom. And this is the compare contrast. So compare contrast is best for before and after kind of pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and just make it a slideshow. So remember, we have one that's outside of it, and then these are all grouped together. And let's check and see what this looks like. I'm going to play it. I need to move along. But automatically, our AI has chosen kind of a woody background. That's based upon our images. It's seen quite a bit of brown, and it thinks that this will be a nice background. It also has chosen a font, and it's chosen this particular presentation to go back and forth. So I'm going to see down here at my left a horizontal scroll bar, and I can scroll across. Doesn't that look nice? I did not have to choose that. Look how good it is. That's my story about where nachos came from, a couple of images, why are nachos so delicious, a little hyperlink, how to make nachos. There's our video with the little play button. And where to buy nachos, right here. There's our image and these. I'm not 100% happy with this. This is awfully small, but overall, I didn't have to do much work to make it look this good. I'm going to go to Edit. I'm going to do my very favorite thing here in Sway, and that is I'm going to go to Design, over here, Styles, and then I can make some choices along themes, but I am going to just simply tap on this button right here that says Remix. And when I tap on Remix, my whole presentation comes up with a new look. Start from the beginning. Here it is. It's white with black. I'm not sure I like that already. It's a little plain. I want it to look a little happier. And also, I kind of want it to go up and down. So I'm going to go vertical. And that's a little bit better. That's actually quite a bit better. But let me see what else Remix does. I'll remix again. Oh, yes. Well, that's happier. But I don't know. I want colors. Let's see what happens if I tap it again. Ooh, now that's some color. Oh, not just where nachos come from. There's a story. There's a couple of pictures. Why are they so? I like this one a lot. All I have to do is maybe make these a little bit larger and throw in some ingredients, and I'm all set. So I'm going to go back to storyline because that is my storyline, like a storyboard, only it's a vertical line. And right here where it says group type, ungroup, right here indicates it's small. This is going to be a larger size. And I needed to include some ingredients. Okay, added ingredients, made my images a little bit larger. Let's go ahead and play. I hope you appreciate how easy it is to make changes and how quickly we were able to come up with a presentation that looks nice, that looks really organized, and that is suitable to be turned in or presented to a group of colleagues or classmates or teachers or students. This has been your overview. However, there are a couple of other resources available to you, and I hope you guys all enjoy using Sway because I know I do.